are again.
With the same day action.
Well, it feels good. We're trying to be productive and get caught up, so we're technically a day ahead.
Yeah, because for the past week, 10 days, what we've been doing is filming on the same day, editing and posting, and it's becoming a lot. Yeah. So we thought it best to film
an extra
video to get a day ahead so that I can edit this one, begin uploading it, and then it'll just like post like tomorrow at whatever time we choose. So
yeah, I feel like Sundays at 10 are a popular posting time, but then I almost worry that that's a bad thing.
It would be a bad thing
buried.
It would be a bad thing for us because we're like small trying to get out there.
Yeah,
and people would rather watch their favorite, more popular creators. So I don't know. Sunday evening could be a good time.
Yeah.
If people watch during that time. There's this really cool feature on the YouTube Studio app. It's called like the research tab. And like, you know, the algorithm is putting us like into a category, and that like category is like the relationship like type sphere, which is like a good thing. That's like kind of our like target demographic, if you will. Those who are currently in relationships or seeking a relationship in the future. That's definitely a group who we hope to appeal to. But
Christian people, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different
fitness
buckets that we hope to tap into. But if you go under this tab that I mentioned, there are like popular videos that have been posted recently within your like niche, and then there are also popular keywords that are listed. So if you want to like play the game, right? It's good to like look at the thumbnails that people are posting, and then like see what kind of topics they're talking about, and then use those same keywords, just because
it'll get fed to more people.
Well, I think that if you want your voice to be heard, that's like the way to do it. And
I still think shorts are another way. So maybe today we could film.
We could edit a short together. That would be so fun.
What if we filmed on like walking around, like attending a wedding at our like future wedding venue?
That could be cool. I would like that. We even talked about like taking the best parts of like these videos and
chopping it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm really interested in like slowly like over time improving the quality of this. Like I really do think like the multiple like angles, like me having my own camera, you having your own camera, and then like because I don't know, it's funny like when you think of like a project, you ever just like visualize it like as you're speaking about it, like I can imagine the overlays in timeline like in a Final Cut right now, and how it would be reasonably easy to mix all those. So
I did end up you know how we were talking about Sadie's podcast? Yeah. And I was watching it, and they do what you were talking about. Cuts just to her.
Yeah, they do.
Both cuts just to her. Mm-hmm. Like, but it was cool when they had them side by side. It was in like, so think of like the box, right? But then they were in their own like little boxes next to each other. Mm-hmm. And then it would just go full screen of the one person, but then back to the boxes.
Totally. So. One who does a wonderful job of this as well.
Who?
Is Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
On his channel, the way that they like alternate between the two is fantastic. Like they do it in such a way that like if you're not like looking for it, I don't really think you like realize it. But like as it's happening, it like draws you further in.
This is gonna be kind of a weird multi-part not weird, but a multi-part conversation.
Talk to me. What's on your mind?
So I wanted to discuss for a while now, but I feel like you finally have it figured out. New fitness goals for our wedding. Also, if I could possibly figure out how to timestamp these videos, I'm sure I just have to watch another YouTube video and they could teach me how to do it. Mm-hmm. But that would be great. Mm-hmm. So right now, we've both seemingly decided it might be time for the wed shred to begin.
Yeah.
And I feel like that some people say that has a bad connotation. I disagree. I think that it's just wanting to be your best, most healthiest self, because these pictures literally last your entire life. So
okay, yeah, I'd like to build off that. I mean, when we say like wed shred, right, that doesn't mean that we're trying to lose as much weight as humanly possible.
No,
we are trying to look our absolute best for the most special day of our lives.
Yeah, and not be like anorexic or something, but just be like trim and toned and feel good.
Yeah, well, we both, I mean, you especially, you look remarkable every day that I've ever
Nick.
seen you.
I love you.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool that we're going on this like fitness like journey together. I mean, that's
As
how we've
we have
always
done,
done it,
yeah.
by the way, though. Like, because we both had like goals or things that we wanted to prepare for. Hawaii's a great example. A lot of our 4th of July trips. You know, if you have a big event, you want to show up to the event.
Especially when you go to the gym as often as we do, which is literally like 6 days a week. So.
Totally. So, but it's multifaceted though. Like, for instance, for me, it's also going to incorporate like skincare and all of these other things. Like, because I want, to, like I said a moment ago, to look and feel my best on our most special of days.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Speaking of that.
Sure.
So there's like they're kind of targeted at women, which I don't love because I feel like it just falls into the like spend more money like for your wedding trap. But it is kind of funny. It's like there'll be like beauty timelines for like your wedding. So if you're like completely like don't work out at all, it'd be like 1 year out, like start going to the gym 2 days a week, right? And then it would like go up. But then there's also stuff that'd be like get a haircut like 6 and 3 months before, so it has time to grow out, and then be like get your nails done the day before, like all that. But one of them would be like try like new skincare products, and it starts like
way
4 to 6 months before.
Totally.
Because if your skin, like you can't do any of that stuff like right before. Like
your complexion is perfect right now, by the way.
I feel good.
You woke up this morning and everything like.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little greasy around here.
Yeah, relatable.
But
okay,
I feel good about
so
it.
let's be clear about this then. So what are some of your goals?
Some of my goals are less weight, more cardio, which if anyone knows me is contrary to my training style for the past
2 years maybe?
No, like since I started lifting.
It's been all about the weights.
Except
all
for
about those weights.
So I started lifting my freshman year in college over like Christmas break.
Okay.
And I believe we met my sophomore year in college. So I'd only been in the gym for like we met
it was our junior year.
Yeah, my
Believe it or
junior
not,
year.
yeah.
Okay, so I've been lifting for 2 years. So thank God, because I kind of knew what I was doing. But like...
You were never a strong.
Thanks. Well, I watched a lot
When I met you.
Thank you. Well, I watched a lot of videos, like, good stuff. Like, God bless Chrissy Chella. You taught me, like, what not to do, you know? But...
Your impression of her is one of my favorite things.
No, I can do buttons.
Yeah, no.
Her dog. She loves her dog. So, anyway, but the first year, I would say, I was still, like, doing the elliptical. But then, and then I started venturing into the stairs, and then I left my old gym. And once I got to the new gym, I was like, all right, let's go. Like, and I completely pretty much abandoned cardio other than if we were preparing for something. And then recently, over the past year, I've tried to do 20 minutes. So basically 18 to 20 minute mile every time we go to the gym, just so I can try to get some steps in, like no matter what. But yeah, I did go through one small running girly phase.
I saw you running today.
I was kind of jogging then stopping because I feel kind of out of shape. But yesterday I did 20 minutes on the stairs at a 5, which is not fast, but for someone who hasn't done it in a very long time, I was proud of myself. So cool. I'm not saying I'm abandoning the weights, but the amount of sets is still going to be like 3 because that's where I'm comfortable. But the amount of reps still the same, more bodybuilding style, 12 to 15-ish. But
higher reps are good for you.
Me too. Thank you. I agree. Me too. And then the amount of exercises is what's going to change.
Sure.
So more like 4 or 5 exercises, abs and cardio is going to be the goal versus and less really intense. Like a long time ago, I kind of abandoned squatting and deadlifting because honestly, deadlifting tore up my back. And squatting, I just never felt like I had good form, and it was really frustrating to me, and I felt like I looked like an idiot, and when I could do it, I could barely do any weight, and I never stayed at it for long enough to, like, grow in that way. So now I've been more into, like, slower, more controlled reps with, like, for instance, like a hip thrust, or I'm just trying to do things that I'm like, my body likes this, like I feel my muscles, because
you got to do what works for you.
Yeah, for instance, there's a back machine with like 2 separate arms where you go like this, I don't feel that at all. And I'm like, I gotta stop trying to do... This machine does not work for me, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many other... Like, I don't need to do this, you know? Just because Joe Schmo uses it. So I'm trying to approach it from that way. And I'm thinking... I still want to do 5 days of training because I feel like I need to do that for weightlifting. I would like to do 3 legs, 2 upper body. So...
3 legs, 2 upper body.
Yeah.
Okay, are you going to do like front back kind of thing?
Every other, yeah, I think so.
Well, I meant for your upper body days, like chest and shoulders one day, and then maybe like back and arms another day.
I was thinking chest and back, shoulders and arms.
Yeah, sure.
And then for legs, I was thinking like a full leg day, a glute and ham day, and then more of a quad focus day.
Sure.
And I think that'd be
I already
good for
dig
me.
it. I love it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
and I'm also thinking to try to truly incorporate cardio in a sustainable way because, excuse me, I mean, similarly to if we were doing like a bodybuilding show, you don't start balls to the wall straight out the gate. Like, you increase over time, and then when it's like prep week, you're grinding on the stairs and stuff like that. Like, I don't need to be grinding on the stairs right now. It's absolutely unnecessary because I'm still happy with, like, my maintenance right now.
Cool.
I feel like since our vacations and stuff, I finally, like, restabilized, and I'm happy with that. But this is just more so, like, I feel like I've literally changed the shape of my body, like, 2 or 3 times, and I'm ready to, like, evolve into, like... I feel like this is what all of this has led up to. Like, 6 years of training. I'm like, okay, I know what to do. Like, I don't need, like, a coach or something. Like, I got this. Like,
yeah. I mean, we're on camera right now, so I can't tell you, like, how good I think you look. But you look awesome.
Thanks, babe.
So.
I love you. So do you. So
Okay,
it's your turn now. Rant over.
Okay. Well, that was great.
Thanks.
Right? So you defined your split.
Yeah.
What your goals are, and some of the things that are going to be changing, right?
Yeah, so the last thing I'll say is, you know, I was mentioning that I was doing 20 minutes a day, like, on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
I would really, really like to up that and maybe do, like, the 12-3-30 workout 5 days a week, too.
One more time. The what?
Or 6 days. Or, not 6 days, I'm sorry. I would like to do 1 cardio day as well, by the way, to my 5-day split, because I like to work out 6 days and take 1 off day.
Oh, sure.
So 1 cardio day, and then 1 off day. But have you ever heard of 12-3-30?
No.
12 incline, 3.0 speed for 30 minutes. And it's supposed to be really good steady state cardio, like low-key, huge burn, like burns calories like super well. Can't remember the person it was coined by on YouTube. I don't.
12-3-30?
Yeah, or TikTok. I'm sorry, I think she coined it. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about you start with the 12-3-30, and then look at your heart rate, and see what zone you fall into, and increase or decrease those variables over time, right? To find like what works most effectively for you, and then just like you would with the weights, apply progressive overload. So, you know, you did 30 minutes.
3.1.
Yeah, well, you did 30 minutes, maybe you do 35,
Good,
like
yeah.
3 or 4 weeks later or something.
Yeah.
But something that I've noticed is that like progress is within the gym, just like a lot of other things in life, it's not linear. So like progress for as well as you can, for as long as you can, but then like allow yourself to come back a little bit, back off, and then keep going.
Well, like when diets stop working, sometimes people will be dieting and their bodies will just be like, no,
shutting
and
down.
Just start storing.
Yeah, well, people will be like, oh my god, like I'm eating like next to nothing, but I'm not really like losing weight, and I'm like, well, you know, your body is a self-preservation machine.
Absolutely.
So when you're in a state of chronic starvation, a lot of things happen. Like for instance, the amount of calories that you burn throughout the day just
way less.
Decrease radically because your body is just like, you know, like sit, relax.
Yeah.
We don't have these calories to be expending right now.
Right.
Your thyroid slows down, all of these different things. Yeah. Anyways.
Not the goal for me, but.
So here's my goals.
Please, I'm ready.
Okay, here's the split. 4-day split. Day 1. Well, before I introduce this split, I'm going to say why it is the way that it is, which is I am happy with my physique and the amount of muscle that I have right now. I want to retain as much of that muscle as possible by applying the training techniques that I've learned and maintaining the intensity that I've been able to bring to my lifts. But I am really happy with my chest and my back. And when I look at my physique, I think that I'm a little thin through the extremities. So my arms and my legs, those are points on my own body that I want to see come up, right? So improve to match.
It's been this way since we met, by the way. And
yeah.
I think that you've made huge strides. So I think there might be this much body dysmorphia still going on, which I think we all have.
Maybe. I can acknowledge that I've made progress, though.
Good.
You know, I just want to continue to do
progress?
so. Yeah.
Good.
So, then, all right. So day 1 is shoulders, biceps, and triceps. Right. It's the first day because that is the thing that I want to bring up the most. Right. Those body groups. So, the next day after that is going to be legs. Right. Quads and hams. And then the day after that, I'm going to do chest and back. I've never paired chest and back together in my entire life, but they're antagonist muscles. They're really, really easy muscles for me to connect with. So I think that I'm going to be able to do it well. Those particular days, I need to be rested. I need to be fed, like ready to rock when I go in, because like back, like there's so many different like muscle groups that make up your back that you need to hit it from a variety of angles in order to adequately train them all. Your chest is less complex than that. So I'm thinking like 5 exercises for back and then 4 for chest.
That's a long day.
It is, but since they're like once again, since they're antagonist muscles, well, one is resting, the other's working, so on and so forth. I just need to build up the cardiovascular capacity in order to be able to
continue throughout, or bring a snack.
Yeah, if
honestly,
I go hypo,
yeah.
I'm gonna try and avoid that with my calorie allotment throughout the day. So, and then and then the 4th day of this split is an off day. Now, off days, I have a complicated relationship with.
You do?
I actually like just love training. It's something that I look forward to doing like every day, and like
Good
there are
stress
days
reliever.
where I like know like I'm feeling a little tired, but I just want to go to the gym. I want to be there. I want to be challenging myself and seeing my body change. But I am coming to accept that by not taking as many off days as I should, I'm not growing the way that I could be. So, but on those off...
Cardio? Like an active rest day?
I'm getting into that, actually.
Oh!
Yeah. So, with this, every other day, I'm going to be doing abs, right? Abs
Good.
take me like 10 minutes to train like adequately. Like, you just do top-down or bottom-up exercises. So, you know what my go-tos are. Weighted crunches, decline sit-ups. Those are top-bottom. And then for bottom-up, I do...
Leg lifts?
Essentially just leg lifts. Yeah, either from the floor or in like a chair. I've tried hanging leg raises before. I'm just not terribly good at them. I feel myself swinging a lot. And then on leg day, I'm going to do calves at the end, right? So that covers everything. Now, as far as cardio goes, I think cardio, pardon me, now that my diet is on point, I am going to implement cardio, because right now I'm not doing any. Like other than my like day, I'm a pretty active person throughout the day, but like I don't have a designated cardio session. I'll do that when I stop losing weight because of the food. You know what I mean? Like this initial, because my bulk just ended, right? Like literally, like formally in my mind ended like yesterday.
Yeah.
So now that I'm like making sure everything's like really clean, like my weight will come down over the next like week or two, like on its own, right? Just eating with this new model and everything, and then
Which is
pure animal based.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can make a whole another video on that, but people can look it up if they're interested, and then I'll talk about it some other time. And yeah, so I'm gonna keep as many meals in as I can for as long as I can. So I'm at 5 a day right now. I want to stay there for a while, and then those meals will get smaller over time, and then when they get sufficiently small, I'll probably go down to 4 meals a day.
Yeah, but maybe like right before. Like,
yeah, well, like, I'll probably diet down until, like, 2 weeks out from our wedding.
Okay.
1 or 2 weeks out, and then let myself come up a little bit.
Okay.
So that I don't feel crappy.
Good.
At our wedding.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So that's it. Cardio will come in later. Food will decrease very slowly over time. That's about it. And yeah, I want to retain a lot of muscle because I really want to fill out my tuxedo.
Good.
On the day of our wedding. Yeah.
You gotta fill that puppy out.
Thank
You've
you.
talked about that before. You will. I have no doubt.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think this was cool.
I
Feel good about it?
It was cool too. I didn't mention. I've been trying to do one exercise of the ab coaster machine.
You love that thing.
3 sets.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I'm in there.
Yeah.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing for me, which is very different from you, but
Mm-hmm.
is actually the diet component. And I just want to really, really, really prioritize my protein intake, which I know is like so annoying to hear because I feel like everybody talks about it, but it is true.
It's important for you because otherwise,
true.
like, you wouldn't necessarily hit it.
Not even close.
Like, you getting your 1 gram per pound of body weight is eating more protein than you're, like, hungry for or would
Than I
otherwise
want. Yeah. It's hard for me. So I've got a protein powder. I finally trying to implement protein ice cream with the Ninja Creamy.
Life changer.
2%
so good for
milk
us.
with it. Yeah. Trying to eat more actual like food because I feel like for so long I was just like making these BS meals. So now I'm trying to
frozen stuff.
Yeah. So now I'm like, you've been cooking for me the past couple days.
Which has been nice. I mean, I'm doing it for myself. I've always said this. I was
Yeah.
doing it for myself anyway. Like, why not just do it for you at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right.
you feel good?
I feel great.
Good.